to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the ACC, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Cyclones will boot it away to start the game. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. These guys have a pass-catch combination as good as any in the country. David, they always seem to be in sync.
Yeah, if that guy out wide is covered, he's open. And if you got a great quarterback like this, too, it just all works hand in hand. He's looking for him. He's going to force-feed him. He's got that kind of arm talent. So a duo that is really hard to stop.
Yeah, and I think what's special about these two is obviously the quarterback has great arm strength, and this receiver can run routes and catch the ball, but their chemistry is just remarkable. It always seems like when there's a big play to be had, the QB is looking for his go-to guy on the outside, and nobody can stop them. These guys have put in...
He's got it down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position.
He pulls it in easily enough for the 1st down.
Hey, I got to be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catch the defense off guard.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to... And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Green Wave!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game on offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will take the field for the 1st time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved it to the 19. First and 10. Quarterback making checks. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He makes a grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
To the air on second down. Touchdown, Green Wave. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Clemson made it look... But I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room, it's Young. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Power football with the run. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Rios. Now the connection takes it to the 11. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback keeps it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tulane. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss and find the end zone.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Here we go, set. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. He breaks a tackle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. It's picked off and another empty drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there.
He'll try to take it back. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing.
He's going to throw deep right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give on the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Cyclones will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Field goal is good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa State sending the offense back out. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right on the money. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Corrals it at the 45. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Looking for space. It's Gage.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down, and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Got room to work. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. In the red area, it's Gage. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. If these guys wanted to make a statement, statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The run from the shotgun. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Shotgun snap on third down. Here's the pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Got his man downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Cyclones are marching down the field. Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Finds his tight end. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Cyclones will punt it away on fourth down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost edge it back to the line of scrimmage. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So we open the final period with a third down play. Just going to keep it after the snap. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He'll keep it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Rios. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
High the chains now on second and long. The handoff, keep working on that clock. There he goes.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to their running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.